I'm Reverend Dark, and this is Vapor State's review channel. Thank you for joining me. This is our take on mods, juices, e-cigarettes. This is our opinion, solely our opinion, nobody else's opinion, nobody else influenced us at all, okay? This is basically what I feel. So, professional opinion, I do run a shop, I work in a shop, and I believe that I do have pretty good points, and you may agree with them, and you may not agree with them. Hey, we're all human. That's what we're here for, right? So Vapor State, okay? That's T8. So just go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're gonna have some cool stuff, and who knows? By the holidays, I might have some stuff to give away too. So anyway, I am going to be reviewing the X-Fire Death Flare. All right, cool mod. This is a cool mod. I like the packaging, raised lettering on the packaging. It's pretty nifty. It has a great designer look to it. On the back of it is misspelled with some words. Breast is supposed to, it's a breed, not supposed to be breed feeding. It's supposed to be breastfeeding. Just watch the packaging right there. Just watch the packaging. Make sure you get it straight so people know what you're talking about. All right. So, this is a variable voltage mod, okay? It takes the 18650 batteries and the 18650 batteries. 18350 and 18650. The shorties and the biggins, that's what they take. Anyway, here we are. This is what it comes in. You get an extra wick. You get the mod itself, an extra tank. So this is a fill tank, and this is where the juice goes, and we're getting into that here in a few. And the mod itself right here, right? Designer fill tube. This is the designer one. So I really do enjoy this mod. So I'll tell you how do you get the 18350 batteries, and I'll explain all that good stuff. But this is a decent mod. I really like it. I mean, at first I thought it was kind of weird, you know, just thought it was strange. Just like, wow. So, but I really got into it and I started looking at it. And so how does this thing work? Well, that's what we're going to go over. So you take off the mouthpiece, right? You take the mouthpiece off, and that's where your wick system. It's a dual coil system, right? 2.0 V3 system, and you can use a CA5 dual coil clearomizer on it. It'd be much easier probably just to rebuild your own. This thing just spins out, and that's the wick system. So it wouldn't be too hard just to go ahead and build your own. Probably build a better one than that. Can this thing go back in right? All right. So anyway, so you just put it right in here, right? So you just put it right back in there and shove everything down inside, and you're good. You're good to go. And so anyway, so you just shove everything back down inside, and you know, that make good and sure this thing is on there. It's on there properly, and all that good stuff. So you don't have no problems. That's going to be a drawback, is people trying to figure out how to put the wick system back in there. And I'm having one hell of a time right now. Usually I can just put them right back in there, but not tonight. Not when I'm on the camera, right? I have to show the human side of me. I'm not always Superman. But anyway, There we go. Bunch it all up, put it in there. Bam, just like that. Easy as pie. Put this thing back on there. That's how you change the wicks. Throw them in, throw them out. But anyway, it gets better over time. So this is where the chamber for the battery goes. Okay. So you just take off this bottom piece right here. Right? And what will come out is this, okay? It's basically an adaptation unit to run the 1863, the 18, gee, me Christmas, I cannot talk, to 18350s. And you put the 18350 batteries in here, and you put this in there, and you can use a shorty battery on it, which is, it's very cool. I mean, it's very cool. But if you take this off, right here, 2 halves, right? Set this down. If you're not, you're going to use your little shorty batteries, all right? Set this down. The 18650 batteries, this is all you're going to need right here, okay? Right here. So you just put that in there. Spin it back on. All right. The cool part. Take the other one off, okay? This is how you get your juice going here, right? So this right here, this tube, it just pops out. Just pops out just like that. You fill up your juice right in here. There is no tubes or anything special in there. Notice it's hollow. Okay. Just fill it back up. All right. So as soon as you get it filled back up, you just feed this back in here just like that, and you just pop it back in there. And make a popping noise when it's all the way in there, and then you could just put your cap back on. Okay. Really, 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 really simple to use. All right. So I have my own, and mine is the blue one. So I filled this thing up. I have the 18650 battery in here, okay, and I have the 3000 in here. So this goes from 3.3 to 4.8 on the dial, okay. Has a little red mark, see, and you just set it up accordingly to the numbers on the side. Now, the drawback on this button, that's where your volts is, okay? So you always have to kind of watch what you're doing when you're pushing on that, because it can move just a little bit. This ain't going to move a lot. It's not going to go from 3.3 to 4.8 because you pushed the button. It ain't going to do that. It ain't going to do that, I promise, all right? And if it does do that, there's something wrong with you. That's something wrong you're doing. You're either pushing and moving at the same time. But just watch what you're doing. That's one of the drawbacks. They could have made it a locking one. They could have made these two buttons separate, and could have made this bottom one a locking button, and then you just push the top. But they didn't, so we deal with it. Another drawback. This tip is removable, but look how big that freaking hole is. It's not a 510. I'm telling you that. Get your rebuilding dripper tips out, and fill that hole if you want to change the tips. Change the tips. You can change the tips. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's an old, like, you know, pipe type mouthpiece. You know, it's okay. I enjoy it. So I want to take a couple draws off of it. I am doing a juice in here. It's called Flavor Saver by Stash. Check Stash out. It's good flavor. So one thing I've noticed about this is the dual coil, and I think this is like a gravity fed tank. People say that you can dump it and feed it because it goes, okay. I vaped on this thing all day, and I have not dumped it once to feed the wick. So it has to be a gravity pulled type. Okay. I've never dumped it upside down to feed it more. If that was the case, I wouldn't use it. That would be crazy. And so I filled this tank up. It's a 10 mil tank. It's a big tank. It'll take your bottle. It would take it, and you can hold it right in here if you're using a 10 mil bottle. And my neck's actually a 30 mil bottle, so it takes a few of it. But I have it on 3.3 right now. Can you hear it? It's working. It's not a bad vape. Okay, I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. I'm gonna turn it 3.8. Now I'm gonna turn it up a little bit more. It has a clean flavor. It tastes so much better. You know when you get your rebuild out and you drip it on, and you take that first pull and you're like, oh man, I didn't realize I had bananas in there, or I didn't realize I had grape in there. This is kind of like this, you know. I didn't realize that this many flavors were in there from a regular filtered tank system. So excuse me. But anyway, I really enjoy this. I mean, it's not too big, you know. It's not too big. It's got a great manual. I mean, it's an okay manual. It tells you all about it. So they tell you what's up, you know. So this thing, it's like a champ. I'm gonna move it all the way up to 4.8. I mean, this thing just keeps on pulling, man. I have not had a burnt taste in it. I've uh, I've used almost a vial out of it. So just remember, you can use a 2.0 V3 CE5 dual coil Claramizer, or you can rebuild it. Okay. So I do not. I like the 18650 batteries in there. I like the long life batteries. I'm not really into the shorty batteries, but if you are, this the mod to get to. I mean, you can use both and they work just fine. And it doesn't really. I took the battery out of here about an hour ago. Checked it on my meter, and it was only partially done. You know, so this thing is going to go for a couple days before you need to charge it. And a lot of people thought this was a mechanical, and my first glance, I thought it was too. But it's a variable voltage, and that makes it even better. That makes it cool. So the flare, tell me what you think of it. I mean, go out and get one, and let's talk about it because this thing is cool. I mean, the only really bad thing that I can see is this ledge right here. One's flat, one's round, and when it sits, right? When it sits, it kind of has a wobble, a little bit of a wobble, but not too shabby. I mean, it's not too bad. It's really simple to use. You know, there ain't no prime in it. You just enjoy it. Enjoy your vape. That's the whole key. We have to enjoy the mods that we use, or we're not going to pick them up and use them, and we're not going to, continue to quit smoking. That's the whole key. We got to get excited about our mods, our juices, the flavors that we're doing. Because if we don't, we're going to go right back to the nicotine, tar, crap called smokes. All right? And we're all here as a community because we don't want to smoke. We don't want to do that crap no more, right? So be excited about your mods. Go out and spend a little bit on a mod. I mean, yeah, you can get a battery 10, 20, 30 bucks. Is it going to last you forever? Nope, it ain't. These mods have a better chance. I always tell people I'd rather spend 16 bucks on a battery than I would 45 on another one or 30 on another one, you know. So it's our world, man, and you got to be excited about your vape, you know. Got to wake up in the morning and that'll be your first, your first thing you grab is your vaporizer. And the communities all have vape stores in them. Go out and check your vapor store out. Go out and talk to the people in it. Make sure you get comfortable with the people that work in your store, and stick with that vaporizer store. If you're comfortable there, stick with it. I go around. I like looking at other shops. I like looking and seeing what people have to offer, and I just hope I make people feel welcome when they walk in my shop, because I treat people as I want to be treated. And I'm telling you the truth. This thing is crazy, but it is it's cool, right? It's cool. So check it out. The Flare by Xfire, Vapor State's channel. Be our subscriber, okay? Have a great day. Vape on, buddy.